I got digital dash, came right with a I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds, but drop on this hot. 400 degrees, I burned up the block. Burn out, make one call, they turn out. CC the gang, get the word out. When the shit getting hot, you the first out. Cover my wrist with a watch and I flood it with rocks. Now I look at the time all day. Be high, right through your block and I drop off the top. And I know you can see my face. You my dog at the end, don't care what the bitches say.
Leave a like on this video within the next 5 seconds for 2K to finally fix their servers. I would not risk it. Are you tired of grinding my career? If you want to save time on grinding your badges and overall, make sure to hit up Hero Grinders on Instagram or Twitter for the fastest and safest way to get your badges maxed out. The links will be in the description below. Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy VIDS, back in the video yet. Another video today. I got y'all with the 10 best rare builds in NBA 2K21. And yeah, I'm gonna be showing you guys exactly how to make some of the best rare builds in the game. Now, all these builds are rare, but a lot of these builds are actually very good. Now, last week I went over the best rare builds, or not really even the best rare builds. I went over the rarest builds in the game. Those were ranked strictly how rare the builds were. Today, it's gonna be based off rare, but mainly how good the builds are. So you're not gonna see no play shots. You're not gonna be like seeing no paint beasts, no blah builds, no stuff like that you're gonna see every single part game. No perimeter lockdown, stuff like that. I'm gonna be showing you guys pretty much alternative builds to those type of builds, and also some other builds that you just probably never even seen, or also some rare builds. So yeah, that's going to be pretty much this video. If you guys want more videos like this, all you gotta do is spam that like button. Badge does come very soon. You want that badge? Cause I know y'all want that. Go ahead, break that like button. But yes, subscribe if we on the road to 100K. If we can get 80K by the end of the week, that really would mean a lot, man. But yeah, without further ado, let's hop straight into it. Alright, so when it comes to these rankings videos, I know y'all done got used to them by now. We got the top 10 or the top 5 with some honorable mentions. So how many honorable mentions we got in this video? We only got one honorable mention. So for the honorable mention, I really wasn't gonna put this in, but it's just so rare that I can't resist putting it in a rare build video. It's the all-around threat. Now, how do you make an all-around threat? The all-around threat is literally so rare because you can't make it anymore. You could make it in the prelude, it got patched. You could make it during the game was out, but it got patched. I don't know what's up with 2K and patching the name so much. On next gen, you can. Maybe they want it to be exclusive to next gen titles because they know it's just such a good name. I don't understand. You can make an offensive threat. You can make an all-around two-way. You just cannot make an offensive threat. Or not offensive threat, but an all-around threat. I don't know why. So how do you make it? I'm going to show you guys real quick how to make it. You're going to be at the point guard position, playmaking, and defensive pie chart. Then when it comes to the physicals, you can go speed or speed vert. That's up to you. Then when it comes to the badges, you're going to end up with around 10 finishing, 10 shooting, 12 playmaking with 15 defense. And then when it comes to like the height, you're gonna go down to 6 foot. Then when it comes to the weight, you're gonna be at 200 pounds. Then when it comes to the wingspan, you're gonna go max wingspan. Then when it comes to the takeover, that's literally up to you. You can go whatever you want to go with. But then when it comes to after that, if you made it during the prelude, it will come out as an all-around threat, but it got patched. 2K now only allows you to get it as a two-way slasher. So it is the rarest build in the game, so I had to put it in here. But when it comes to the builds on this list, all the builds on this list are all ridiculous builds. And yeah, I rank these in order based off my opinion and how viable they are for the meta of this game. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop straight into the builds. Alright, coming in at last place. This might be the least rare build on the list, but it's also the worst build on the list. It's a sharpshooting facilitator. I feel like you're more likely to see a sharpshooting facilitator than any build on this list. Now, there are some builds on this list that are rare right now, but aren't going to be nearly as rare soon, because when a lot of people start dropping videos, a lot of these builds on this list, I feel like they're going to be really, really popular. But yeah, first build is the sharpshooting facilitator. So how do you make it? You're going to make the point guard position. You're going to go down to the sharp pie chart. Then when it comes to the physicals, you're going to go with speed. Then when it comes to the badges, you're going to end up with 1 finishing, 30 shooting, 12 playmaking, and 7 defensive. If you want more badges, you go with shooting guard, but you're not going to be able to get badges like Dimer and floor general, so keep that in mind. Then when it comes to the body type, that's completely up to you. Height, I ended up going 6'3", I'm pretty sure. Then when it comes to the weight, I lowered that to be able to get max speed, acceleration, And yeah, didn't want to lose too much on my strength and interior defense. Then when it comes to wingspan, I tried to get my wingspan perfect so I can still have a 99 3-pointer mid range and free throw at 99, but still want to gain some of my dunk and defense. So I went to 81.3, or I went to 82.2 actually wingspan, and that's just the perfect wingspan for this build. You're not gonna lose anything that you want, and you're gonna be gaining a lot of stuff that you need. And then when it comes to the takeovers, pretty simple. I'm gonna go with sharp takeover. If it had Playmaker, I would definitely go with that. But yeah, the build comes out as a sharp shooting facilitator. All right, next. Now, these builds, like I said, they're rare, but they're also really, really good builds. That's really what we're ranking them in order how good the builds are. So, coming in at number 9, this is actually could be a meta build, but I wouldn't say it is. But yeah, when it comes to rep, one of the best rep big man builds in the game. It's the finisher build. So how do you make it? You're going to be at the point guard position. Why? You're going to be able to get badges at point guard that you wouldn't get at any other position. Then when it comes to the pie chart, you're gonna go with the finishing and defensive. Why is this really good for rep? Because if you have finishing pie chart, that's gonna allow you to get way more finishing my points towards your build, way more finishing badges towards your build. It's gonna be just that much easier to gain points for finishing. So when it comes to catching lobs, you're gonna get more than a build that's just all red or red yellow. So yeah, it's just that simple. Then when it comes to the physicals, I'm gonna go speed. You can go speed or vert though. That's a really good one. That's pretty much like the meta one. Then when it comes to the attributes, you're gonna end up with 25 finishing, 1 shooting, 9 playmaking with 22 defensive. When you see the defense, everything is max. Almost everything on finishing is max. Shooting, you really just putting up what you really need. Then when it comes to the height, I'm gonna go up to 6'8". Then when it comes to the weight, I'm gonna lower that down to be able to have as much speed as possible and acceleration, line of quickness, and perimeter defense without losing too much on the interior defense and strength. Then when it comes to the wingspan, maxing out wingspan, I'm not really trying to be able to show on this build, so that's not really important for me. So yeah, I'm gonna max out my wingspan to get my rebound, my block, all that. So this is where you're gonna be able to see like what you're gonna be able to have at 99. So my offensive rebound, defensive rebound, both gonna be above an 85. Even my block gonna be above an 85. My steal, line of quickness, and perimeter defense all gonna be able to go above an 80. My interior defense is even gonna go up to a 70. Then when it comes to like the physicals, you can get all that +8 if you get gym wrap and 99, because you're gonna get the +4 for 99. So speed can get above a 90, that's gonna go to a 92, and my vertical can even get up to an 84. But just imagine chat, if you went to, I said chat, just imagine if you went with speed vertical, you might be able to get like a 90 speed then with a 90 plus vertical. That is just different. So that's why I said you might want to go with speed vertical. But yeah, when it comes to the takeovers, that's completely up to you. I'm gonna go slasher. That's the best slasher. That's the best big man takeover in the game, even better than Glass Ceiling. But yeah, that's just me. And then when the build comes out as a finisher, similar to who else? Ben Simmons, LaMelo Ball, and Penny Hardaway. But Ben Simmons makes a lot of sense for this build. All right, next, like I said, all the builds on this list are extremely rare, but all of them are really good. What's the next build? Coming in at number 8. At number 8 is the Playmaking Glass Cleaner build. Now, I feel like a lot of people are starting to make a build similar to the Playmaking Glass Cleaner build, but this is not it. So let's show you guys how to make it. So we're going to be at the power forward position just like last year, but when it comes to the pie chart, we're going to be at the same one. It's going to be playmaking and defensive. Then when it comes to the physical profile, we're going to go with the speed and vertical. Then when it comes to the attributes, unlike last year, this build is not going to be able to shoot. Last year, you could shoot on it. We're not even going to touch shooting. We're going to go 12 finishing, 1 shooting, 17 playmaking, and 22 defensive. I'm not going to go too much in detail on the defense, but just know you're going to be pretty much maxing out everything on defense. The steal is not going to be maxed. And then pretty much on finishing, everything is going to be maxed. Post hook is not going to be really maxed. Then when it comes to the playmaking, pretty much same thing, but post moves is not maxed. Then when it comes to stuff like the body type, that's up to you. By the way, if you want to make this build, you have to be at the metric system, but if you go 2.03, that is 6'8" on a dot. Then when you go down in weight, you have to get it to the exact right kilograms. 93 kilograms is going to be allowing you to get 77, pretty much max perimeter defense and line of quickness, but your speed is not going to be able to go max because you didn't go nearly to minimum, but you are going to gain stuff on your drive and dunk. Then when it comes to the wingspan, you're going to be pretty much maxing out your wingspan, and yeah, this build is going to be having a lot of stuff going up. Now, if you look at your defense, a lot of stuff going up. You look at your finishing, a lot of stuff is going up. So you're going to be able to even get the contact dunks. You're not going to be able to get the elites, but you are going to be able to get the pros. I'm pretty sure you can get the big man contact dunks as well. Then when you look at the defense, perimeter defense, lateral quickness, both going over 80. When it comes to the rebounding, you're going to be able to get to an 89 defensive rebounding, an 83 offensive rebounding, 84 block, even a 66 steal. You didn't even really put that hot at all. Then when you look at the speed, that's going to be able to go up +8. That's going to be up to an 89. Same thing with acceleration. Same thing with vertical. So pretty much all that is going to be extremely close to 90. Really, really good. Then when it comes to the takeovers, you have glass cleaner, rim protector, playmaker, and slasher. That is completely up to you. I know a lot of people are going to go with glass cleaner. I would go with slasher. But for video purposes, I did go with glass cleaner because the build comes out as what? A playmaking glass cleaner. And who else should we ever get on a build like this one? Nut made it last year. You made it after Zion. So who did it say? Similar to Zion. Dennis Rodman makes the most sense. And Brandon Clark. He's actually a really underrated player in the NBA. Right now, every single build on this list is where it starts getting good. Now, is this build meta? In my opinion, no. But it is a really good build. I feel like a lot of people, now that they figuring out it's way easier to shoot than they thought, people are going to start making this build. This is the two-way slashing playmaker, the meta build, the #1 build, the best build, one of the best builds of all time in comparison to its game for 2K20 is a two-way slashing playmaker. So how do you make it in 2K21? You're going to be pretty similar to last year, I'm not going to lie. So point guard, same pie chart, playmaking and defensive. Then when it comes to the physicals, you're going to go with the speed and vert. Then when it comes to the attributes, really similar. Instead of having like 11, 10, and 20, and 20, this year you can only get 9, 10, you can get 9, 9, 20, and 20. Now for this one, I only got 8, 9, 20, and 20, but you can get 9. So yeah, if you want to try that, you can do that. Then when it comes to the body type, that's up to you. Height, that's completely up to you. I went 6'5". 6'4" is a really good height, but I went 6'5". Then when it comes to the weight, I end up going with 176 because that's how allowed me to get as much speed and acceleration as possible without losing too much on interior defense and strength. Then when it comes to the wingspan, I pretty much maxed out my wingspan. I'm pretty sure I wasn't gonna do it, but I wanted to get contact dunks and I wanted to get that 81 dunk. So yeah, I ended up going with max wingspan. Then when it comes to the takeovers, you have lockdown, playmaker, slasher, and shot creator. Now when it comes to the wingspan, that's a lot of things that you're gonna be able to see. You're gonna be able to get to a 99 speed, a 99 acceleration with gym rat and 99 overall. And then when it comes to the vertical, that's only gonna be able to get to a 96, but that's still really good. So if you went with like speed factor, yeah, you would get 99 speed, 99 acceleration, but your vertical would be like an 85 at 99 with gym rat. This one is gonna have a 96 vertical, and if you look at the stuff like the finishing, driving up, that's gonna be at an 85. You can get all the contact dunk packages. You're gonna be able to get above an 87 ball handle, so you're gonna be the momentum and stuff like that. You're already gonna be able to get the pro dribble moves at 80, so that's not really a big deal. But then if you look at the defense, you're going to have above a 90 perimeter defense, a 90 lateral quickness, and you're going to have a 97 steal with a 57 block and an 82 defensive rebound with a 41 interior defense. That's not terrible. It's not good, but it's not terrible. And yeah, like I said, when it comes to the takeover, you're going to end up with lock, playmaker, slasher, and shot creator, and the build comes out as a two-way slashing playmaker. All right, next. Now, like I said, a lot of these builds are going to be very similar. A lot of these builds are going to be more towards the meta in terms of rankings, and a lot of these builds are going to be really, really good. So the build coming at number 6, this didn't even make a top 5 on the list, but this is a really, really good build. I can see this build going up in the rankings. A lot of people are starting to make videos on this build. Even Joe knows. I feel like this build is a way better version of that build. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how to make it. It is the post playmaker. So how do you make it? You're gonna be at the power forward position. Then when it comes to the pie chart, you're gonna go with the speed and vertical pie chart or the speed pie chart. If you want to be as fast as possible, I'll go speed pie chart. I went speed pie chart for video purposes, but if you want to be a lot better, I would go with speed vert. It's just gonna be a lot harder to be overpowered. That's what I would say. Then when it comes to the attributes, I ended up getting 8 finishing, 6 shooting, 19 playmaking, and 20 defensively. You seen Joe No's video. I think he literally only had 1 shooting. I think he had probably more finishing, but he only had 1. I'd rather have 6 so I can be able to get hot zone hunter and not limitless, but relentless, not relentless, range extender, gold. So both of those badges are gonna be able to get gold, range extender, and hot zone hunter. And then yeah, you have 19 playmaking and 20 defensive. You know what I'm saying? Now when it comes to the defense, you're not gonna have a steal rating or perimeter defense, but you are gonna have lateral quickness. You're gonna have interior defense. And the reason why I had this build over the last build, because you can use it in so many more different ways. You can use this as a big man, a primary big man that's gonna play pick and roll. You can actually try to make this viable in those type of settings, or you can ISO with this build and be very, very overpowered. Play with like a pyramid lock or another build I might have later on this list. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be really, really viable. And then when it comes to the body type, go with whatever one you want to go with. Then when it comes to the height, I went down to 2.01. That's pretty much 6'7". Then when it comes to things like the weight, I tried to get the weight perfectly. I wanted to be as fast as possible. So yeah, I ended up going down to 85 kilograms. That's going to lose a lot of interior defense, a lot on strength. But yeah, it's just necessary. Then when it comes to the wingspan, pretty much maxing out my wingspan. That's going to allow me to get a lot of stuff like perimeter defense, lateral quickness, steal, block, offensive rebound, and defensive rebound, while also getting my 81 drive and dunk. And yeah, your three-pointer is going to be at a 61. Joe Knows just made a video going over the power of the 65 three-pointer, and he only had one shooting badge. This build gets 6 of them, and you get both of the 2 best shooting badges by far to gold. That is going to be really good. This build even gets 80 ball handle at 99. So yeah, you're going to be able to get the pro gym moves. And then when it comes to the physicals, that's going to be going up +8 because of gym rat and 99 overall. So you're going to have a 98 speed on this build with an 82 vertical and a 96 vertical, not vertical, but acceleration. Now imagine if you went speed vert. Now you wouldn't have as high of a speed, but you'd probably be around a 95, 94, but like a 95, 94 vert. So that's really up to you. I'm just gonna say that. But yeah, that would make this build just a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to getting rebounds, that higher vert is gonna make a big difference. So that's really up to you. Then when it comes to the takeovers, you got Playmaker, Slasher, Glass, and not post, rim protector. That is completely up to you. For video purposes, I think I went with Slasher. Yeah, in my opinion, that's the best one to go with for big man, and especially for this build, because that's going to get you +10 to speed ball, a lot of different things that you can get with guard, but it's going to get you a lot of things that's important for bigs, like strength, vertical, +10. +10 on a build like this for vertical and strength is really, really overpowered. And yeah, the build comes out as a post playmaker, similar to shades of Kyle Anderson, DeMar DeRozan, and Tobias Harris. I don't really get them, but yeah, that's the build. All right, next, hopping into the top 5. If you hadn't noticed, the build that I just showed y'all, that's going to be a video uploaded on it. I take a lot of time on those every single time I go over that. So yeah, so when it comes to the top 5, first build is the two-way Sharp. The reason why this is not as high as another build that's going to be on here, it's not as viable to run lock because it's not really as much of a lock. It's really more of a guard mixed with a lock. So I'm going to show you guys how to make it. So I went shooting guard on it. When it comes to the pie chart, I went shooting and defensive just like all perimeter locks go. Then when it comes to the physical profile, I go speed, pie chart. Then when it comes to the attributes, I end up with 2 finishing, 19 shooting, 9 playmaking, and 20 defensive. With 9 playmaking, you're going to have literally the exact amount of badges you really need on this build, so you don't need more than that. Then when it comes to the body type, that's completely up to you. I ended up going with 6'4", 6'5". That's really up to you though. 6'5" is better for lockdowns. 6'4" is the lowest I would go if I'm a lockdown. I wouldn't go 6'3", but 6'5" is just really like a perfect height for this game because a lot of guards gonna be around 6'2" to 6'5". Then when it comes to the weight, I pretty much lowered that as much as possible to be as fast as possible without losing too much on strength and interior defense. Then when it comes to the wingspan, on this build, I didn't really go up in wingspan because why? I wanted to have a 76 ball handle. 76 ball handle is going to allow you to get the pro dribble moves. When it comes to the three-pointer, I'm going to have an 86 three-pointer at 99. When it comes to the mid-range, I'm going to have an 89 mid-range at 99. So when it comes to this build, I'm going to be able to reach the 85 threshold off rip. Then when it comes to the takeover, wink, wink, I'm going to end up going with Sharp Takeover. That's going to be +10. Very, very overpowered. That's a 96 three-pointer and takeover. Very, very overpowered. And if you look at the defense isn't even bad with you going down. The one thing that's really, really hindering it is that the wingspan is going down. And it's going to make it a lot harder to be in the passing lanes. But you do have a lot of defensive badges, so you might be able to make up for it. That's one reason why I don't think it's as viable as the build that's later on the list. So that build is a little bit more viable for like what people are trying to do if you want to be like a comp lockdown. I just like this is kind of more of like a mixture of a guard with a lockdown build. Because this build is going to be able to have the 80 ball handle to be able to get the pro dribble moves. When it comes to the speed, because you know how speed of ball it works, it's going to be mixing your speed with your ball handle. So we already know you're going to have an 80 ball handle. You're going to have that +8 from Gym Rat and 99. So your speed is going to be at a 97. 97 with an 80. That's going to be somewhere around that 88, 89 speed of ball. You're going to be able to speed boost with this build. So speed glitch, you can speed glitch on any build. You know what I'm saying? So you shouldn't be really worried about that. When it comes to the defense, a lot of stuff is going to be going close to a 90. Your steals gonna be above a 90. That's even gonna be at a 93. A lot of quickness and perimeter defense, both gonna be at 88. So you still gonna be really good at defense on this build. I just don't know if it's that viable because the wingspan is so much shorter than usual. But yeah, if you can deal with it, this is a really, really good build. And when it comes to stuff like the takeovers, you go lockdown. I feel like if you want to be more of a lockdown, go lockdown. But sharp takeover is going to be really, really good on this build. Slasher would be really, really good depending on how you playing with it. And shot creator is probably the least likely option for me. But yeah, lockdown and sharp, I feel like those are the two most popular I would see. I won't go sharp because of what I plan on doing. I don't plan on playing like a spot up or a lockdown with it. I'm pretty much going to try to rank guard with it. So yeah, I would go sharp takeover. And yeah, the build comes out as a two-way sharpshooter build. All right, next we got one of my favorite names 2K ever made, the Inside Out Playmaker. When this joint dropped last year, I was so ready to drop the video on it. So yeah, let's show you guys how to make it. So when it comes to the Inside Out Playmaker, you're going to be making it at the point guard position. It's going to be actually with a play shot pie chart. So it's going to be playmaking and shooting. Then when it comes to the physicals, you're going to go with the speed pie chart. Then when it comes to the badges, you're going to end up with 5 finishing, 20 shooting, 21 playmaking, and 5 defensive badges. More on the attributes later. When it comes to the bite type, that's completely up to you. Then when it comes to the height, I ended up going with 6'4". Weight, I pretty much went down to be able to have as much speed and acceleration possible without losing too much on interior defense and strength. Then when it comes to the wingspan, pretty much tried to make my wingspan be as perfectly possible. But then I realized to get the name, I have to go max wingspan on this build. That's the one thing about this build that's holding it back from being higher on the list. But yeah, max wingspan actually gonna make you a little bit better in the inside because you're still gonna be able to get sharp takeover. So the sharp takeover is gonna allow you to get the 97 3-ball in takeover, because if you know, at 99 this build is gonna be at 87 because you're gonna get that +4. Your mid range is gonna be all the way up to a 83, your free throw is gonna be up to a 94, and your dunk gonna be above a 70, your standing up gonna be above a 60, your close shot gonna be at a 90, your layup is even gonna be a lot higher, you're still gonna be at an 86, your line up quickness and perimeter defense both gonna be at 80 with a 69 defensive rebound. So you going long wingspan is actually gonna make this build really, really nice at 99. It's just a more of a grind build than regular because look at your ball handle. Your ball handle is at an 84. So yeah, that's gonna be able to get to an 88. Even your speed is gonna be able to go up +8. So that's gonna make a big difference. That's gonna have your speed at a 97. Your acceleration is gonna be at a 96. So a lot of things are gonna be a lot better on this build at 99. So this is really more of a grind build. So if you grind it, I can see this build being even higher on the list. But one thing I would say about this build that sets it apart from a lot of other play shots, a lot of other play shots have a lot more defensive badges and better defensive stats. Like this build has no interior defense or block. A lot of builds have that. But yeah, then when it comes to the takeovers, like I was saying, you're gonna be able to get playmaker, sharp, slasher, and shot creator. I'm gonna go with sharp takeover because we end up going long wingspan. So sharp takeover just fits this a little bit more. And yeah, it's just better. But second, I would go slasher because that's going to allow you to get contact dunks in this build. That could unlock this build to a whole nother level because you're going to be able to shoot. You're going to be the speed boost. Defense is actually not bad because you have long wingspan. So you're going to be in them passing lanes. But yeah, playmaker is also a kind of quiet one to get ankle breakers and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm going to go sharp takeover. And the build comes out as an inside out playmaker similar to who else? Stephen Curry. So yeah, I don't even need to say nobody else. Alright, so low-key, I'm not gonna lie, I had to end up adding a build, so my bad. We're now into the top 4. So that last build was the start of the top 5. So coming in at number 4 is the two-way mid-range shooter. Now all 3 of these next builds are going to be comp builds as fuck. It's just that simple. So let me show you guys how to make it. So we're going to be at the point guard position. When it comes to the pie chart, you're going to go with shooting and defensive. Then when it comes to the physicals, you want to go speed pie chart to be as fast as possible. Then when it comes to the badges, you're going to end up with 4 finishing, 16 shooting, 10 play, or actually 17 shooting, 10 playmaking, and 20 defensive. If you don't really care about playmaking, put that on finishing. It's going to make you that much better of a finisher. But if you want to be able to have badges like quick first step and unpluckable, which is kind of needed on this game, you really want to have a lot of playmaking. So you can go to 6 playmaking. I might try to make like the best comp block build for a video soon, but to get the name, you have to go 10 playmaking with 20 defensive. Then when it comes to the bite type, that's completely up to you. When it comes to the height, I ended up going 6'4". You can go 6'4" or 6'5". It don't really matter. When it comes down to the weight, I ended up going 179 or 178 on the weight. That's going to be allowing me to get my speed and acceleration as much as possible without losing too much on interior defense and strength. Then when it comes to the wingspan, When it comes to the wingspan, I didn't go max. I went 83.2. That's going to be allowing my speed and acceleration to be pretty much the same. I don't know why I said that, but perimeter defense and lateral quickness, that's going to be at an 86. At 99, what is that going to be at? A 90. When it comes to my steal, that's going to be at a 94. What's that going to be at a 99? A 98. My block's going to go over a 60. My offensive rebound is going to get to a 45. My defensive rebound is going to get to a 78. So a lot of things going to be making a big difference on defense. Then when it comes to my mid-range and three-pointer, that's going to be at an 82 and an 85 respectfully. So yeah, it's going to make my build that much better. And even my driving dunk is going to be all the way up to a 78. My driving layup is going to be up to an 81. My close shot is going to be up to an 89. My speed, if you combine your speed with your ball handle, by the way, this build does get to a 80 ball handle to get the pro drill moves, which is very, very much needed on this game. And yeah, if you combine your speed, that's going to be, ball handle is going to be at an 80. We know our speed is going to be all the way up to a 98 because we're going to be able to get gym rat badge, and we're going to be at 99. That's plus 8. Lateral quickness, not lateral quickness, but acceleration is going to be all the way up to a 97. So that's a 98 and 97 respectfully. And that's going to be really, really overpowered. You combine that with the speed. Or why do I keep saying speed? Ball handle, that's going to get your speed with ball. Speed and ball handle is going to get your speed with ball. So you're going to have a 98 speed with an 80 ball handle. That's obviously going to be above an 86. So you're going to have the highest tier speed with ball. You're going to be able to get gold quicker step on this build and everything. So that's going to make this build really, really, really versatile. But yeah, when it comes to the play lock, it's just gonna make it that much better. Now, if you're making it, you're watching this video, you're trying to be a lockdown, you're gonna go with lockdown takeover. Me personally, like I said with the other one, I'm making it more to be a guard. So I went slash or takeover. That's gonna give me plus 10 speed ball, a lot of underrated things like strength, vertical, all gonna be plus 10 speed. Inside stuff, all type of stuff is gonna be plus 10. I'm already gonna have an 82 3-pointer. I'm gonna get plus 5 to that. That's gonna be all the way to an 87 in takeover. So yeah, it's a really, really good build, and it just becomes even better as a guard because it's just gonna make me dribble a lot better with that. That's the only really true hole on this build, in my opinion. And the build comes out as a two-way mid-range shooter. I know a lot of people gonna make it with lockdown takeover. That just don't fit me. All right, next, now we're hopping into the top 3. I know I added a build in, but yeah, you just gotta stay with me, bear with me. It was more rare than I realized. So yeah, let's go ahead, hop into it. So this build is pretty much like my best big man build. Is it the best big man build in the game? You can just watch the video that I just dropped yesterday. No, I'm gonna just spoil that. The video I dropped yesterday, it's a banger. Not yesterday, but this week. The last video I dropped. Just go watch it. So let's show you guys how to make my version of the big man build. This is going to be at the center position. Low. Do a lot of people make big man builds at the center position? No. But I'm here to tell you, this is actually a really good build. You're going to go with playmaking and defensive. When it comes to the physicals, you can go speed or speed vertical. I would go speed vertical though, so you can have a lot higher verticals. So you can be easier to get rebounds. Then when it comes to the badges, you're going to end up with 9 finishing, 1 shooting, 19 playmaking, and 23 defensive. We're going to be more on the attributes later. Then when it comes to the bite type, that's completely up to you. Height, that is going to be at 2.06. If you go 2.05, it's going to be good too. But I went 2.06. You can't make it at 2.05 at center, by the way. You're going to make it at another position. But center is the only position you're going to be able to make it and it be this good and be able to get the big man contact out. So that's why we're making it at the center position. And yeah, that's what we're going to go with for the height, 2.06. When it comes to the weight, really want to lower that weight as much as possible to get your speed as high as possible and your lateral quickness and perimeter defense being high as possible. Then when it comes to stuff like your wingspan, just max that wingspan out so you can be able to get the contact dunks, because this build is going to have an 81 dunk that can go all the way up to an 85 at 99, 86 close shot can go up to a 90 at 99, stand dunk at 87 that's going to go up to a 91 at 99. So a lot of things are going to be reaching thresholds. Then when it comes to the defense, you're going to have a 67 that's going over a 71. Perimeter defense, lateral quick to go over from 73 to a 77. Steals going to go from a 71 to a 75. Blocks gonna go from an 89 to a 93. Offensive rebounds gonna go from an 86 to a 90, and defensive rebounds gonna go from a 91 to a 95. Very similar to how I made it. Then when it comes to the physicals, all that's gonna go up plus 8. So your speed, that's gonna go all the way up to an 87. Acceleration gonna go all the way up to an 86. Vertical gonna go all the way up to an 88. So really close to 90 on all that. Is it as close as the blob build? The blob build is gonna be like an 89 speed with like a 97 vertical. So no, it's not the same, but it's still pretty close. Now the only thing that's really hurting this build in comparison to the blob build, you're gonna be able to have perimeter defense, lateral quickness, and still a lot higher. But the thing that the blob build don't have on this build is the fact that you're gonna be able to get teammates Hall of Fame dimer and Hall of Fame floor general. So that's going to help your teammates a lot. It's really up to you. You just got to pick and choose. Then when it comes to stuff like the takeovers, you can go with glass cleaner or rim protector. I'm going to go glass cleaner takeover, and the build comes out as what? A glass cleaner. So yeah, that is going to be the build that comes in at number 3. All right, coming in at number 2, this is a build that's literally just as good as the Playmaking shot creator, but nobody ever uses this name. It's the 3-point Playmaker. Let's show you guys how to make it. You're going to be at the point guard position. When it comes to the pie chart, you're going to be at the shooting and playmaking. It's just like the play shot, I'm telling y'all. And then when it comes to the physicals, it's going to be speed, just like the play shot. I'm trying to tell y'all. Then when it comes to the physicals, not the physicals, but the attributes, you're going to end up with 1 finishing, 20 shooting, 21 playmaking, and 10 defensive, just like the play shot. I'm trying to tell y'all. Then when it comes to that body type, that's completely up to you. Height, I'm going to end up going 6'5". You can go 6'4", 6'3". That's completely up to you. Then when it comes to the weight, that is completely up to you. But I'm going to go down all the way to 178 to be able to have my speed and acceleration as high as possible without losing too much on the interior defense and strength. Then when it comes to the wingspan, maxing out my wingspan pretty much. That's the only way you can get the build. If you go lower on wingspan, I'm pretty sure it's going to come out as a playmaking shot creator. Reason why everybody make a playmaking shot creator, because they lower their wingspan. You want to be a little bit better on the back end, go ahead, raise that wingspan. Why is this better than the interior? Not the interior, but the inside out playmaker. This build is going to have max layup and driving up. You don't need badges on this build to be able to do that, because you're not going to be really driving at all, period. You're going to really be trying to shoot and get threes. It's really for the threes court, but you can also go crazy with it on the twos court because it actually has really good defense. It's more of a twos build in my opinion than the playmaking shot creator, because you can actually hold your own if you do give up the ball, because this build is going to be able to have an 80 perimeter defense, an 80 line-up quickness, an 86 steal, a 76, not a 76, but a, where did I even get 70 from? A 59 block, a 58 offensive rebound, and a 74 defensive rebound with a 50 interior defense. And even your ball handler is going to go all the way up to an 87. Your three-pointer is going to go up to an 87. Your mid-range is going to go up to an 83. Your dunk is going to go all the way up to a 71. Your driving layup is going to go over a 84. Even your close shot is going to go above a 59. Now, I believe park dunks used to be at 75, but I think this year it only takes a 70 driving dunk. So you can even put Showtime to bronze, and be able to get the park dunks on this build. This build is a demi. I haven't even went over when you get gym rat and 99 for the physical. So stuff like the speed is going to be all the way up to a 96. The acceleration is going to be all the way up to a 95. The vertical is not going to be that high. I don't even need to go over that. Then when it comes to the takeovers, you're going to get Playmaker, Sharp, Shot Creator, and Lock. A lot of people might be like, oh, you can get Lock on this build? That's interesting. I'm going Sharp on it. You're going to have an 87-3. You know, you're going to be wanting to shoot threes on this build. Go Sharp takeover. You don't get to switch your takeover. Do not mess up on this. You don't want to mess up on this. This is not next gen. You're not going to be able to change your takeovers after you get max badges. It's not how it works. And the build comes out as what? A 3-point Playmaker. Look at the similitude. My boy LaMelo on that joint. That's crazy. DeJounte Murray and Steve Francis. But yeah, LaMelo on that joint. You know how I feel about that. It's just that simple. And alright, last but not least, the build that I ended up adding at the end. I don't know how I even forgot about this build. This build is arguably the best guard build in the game. Better than the play shot, better than the slasher, better than the slasher playmaker, all those. It's going to be pretty much all three of those builds combined into one build. And it's the floor spacing slasher. If you see my best guard builds, this came in at number 1. And yeah, it's coming in at number 1 again on the best rare builds in the game. Now, you might be like, that's not that rare, Fitz, that's not that... Bro. The main builds that you see at the park, everyone uses perimeter lockdown, a glass unit finisher or a paint beast, or a playmaking shot creator. Pretty much every guard at the park is a playmaking shot creator or a slashing playmaker. It's just that simple. Or even a slasher. So yeah, floor spacing slasher, in my opinion, is a very rare build. So how do you make it? We're going to be at the point guard position. You're going to go with the shooting and finishing pie chart. Mainly finishing. That's the only one that's going to get Hall of Fame badges. Physicals, you're going to go speed pie chart. Then when it comes to the edges, you're going to end up with 16 finishing, 20 shooting, 14 playmaking, and 5 defensive rebound badges. Then when it comes to the body type, that's up to you. Height, I'm going to go 6'5". If you go lower than 6'5", you cannot get contact dunks on this build. If you go lower than 6'5", you cannot get contact dunks on this build. Weight, that is completely up to you. I went 179 to be able to get my speed and acceleration as high as possible without losing too much on the interior defense and strength. I've said this every single time. Then when it comes to the wingspan, that is completely up to you. I'm going to go down in wingspan to try to get my three-pointer up while also not losing too much on driving dunk, so I can actually still get contact dunk. Because the pro contact dunks, you only need an 84 driving dunk. So at 99, what am I gonna have? An 84 driving dunk, a 84 three-pointer, a 78 mid-range, a 95 layup, a 89 close shot. Like, come on, bro. That's not even everything that you even gotta really worry about. The ball handle is even up to an 84. You know what I'm saying? The takeover is gonna take that over the top. You know what I'm saying? So we're not really too worried about that. Then when you look at the defense is even a little underrated. The lateral quickness might be a little low, but that's gonna go up +4. That's gonna be at a 77. Perimeter defense is gonna be all the way up to a 79. Steals gonna be over an 80. Defensive rebound, and by the way, passing lanes on this build at 6'5" are elite. I cannot stress it enough. They are elite. They are elite. You put interceptor either bronze. I wouldn't even say bronze. Go silver or just go silver. You can even go gold if you want to, but I would go silver. It's going to be really, really overpowered, the passing lanes with this build. I'm going to just tell you that right now. And even the defensive rebound is at a 62. Now, when it comes to the physicals, this is how you're going to be able to speed, because you're going to end up with an 84 ball handle at 99. You're going to have +8 to your physical because of 99 in gym rat. So your speed is going to be all the way to a 94, acceleration to a 94. Your vertical up to a 80. So that's gonna make a big difference on this build. Then when it comes to the takeovers, we're gonna end up with Slasher, Sharp, Playmaker, and Shot Creator. Fun fact for y'all boys, any build that I make that has Slasher, people just love to leave me wide open. So if you want to make this build just to throw people off, just so they can leave you wide open, go with Slasher. It's gonna really catch people off guard and get you a lot of wide open shots. Even if you hit that first one, they're gonna still leave you open. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go Sharp Takeover. People see Sharp Takeover and they just know to instantly guard you no matter what. So that's gonna make it that much easier for me to get in the paint and get them contacts easy, because it's too easy. Y'all know y'all know what I'm trying to do. Y'all know what I'm trying to do. By the way, contact dunk ranking video is going to be next. I got the badge video coming very soon. Like I said, if you guys want that, smash that like button. But yeah, man, that's going to be the best rare builds in the game. If you guys want more videos like this, all you gotta do is smash that like button. And probably the next build ranking video I'm gonna be doing is the rarest build at every position. If you guys want that, smack that like button. Like I said, if y'all want the badge glitch, updated badge glitch, all you gotta do is break the like button, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications to be the first at every single one of my videos. Sub to the channel, man. We on that road to 100K. Can we get 80K by the end of the week? Question mark, question mark. I've been streaming every single day, so what are you doing? If you ain't been in the streams, you need to put on them noties so that you can get notified every single time I drop a video, especially when I go live. I've been doing giveaways during the streams and all that. Might start doing a lot more streams on Twitch, so if you want to go to the Twitch, go ahead, drop me a follow. The link will be in the description. But yeah, man, y'all been showing me a lot of support lately. I do appreciate it. But yeah, like I said, leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications first to every single one of my videos. Share this video to anybody you think this will help. We need to get some of these rare builds out there, especially that post Playmaker. I'm gonna be dropping that video very, very soon. I don't think it's too meta right now, but every single build in that top 5 are meta builds that you need to get out here. We need to get these play shots up out of here. We need to get these glass cleaning finishers up out of here. We need to get a lot of these builds up out of here and make some of these builds that's on this list. But yeah, man, that is going to be the best rare builds. It's your boy Fitz, man, and I'm out there, man.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!